Alright guys, it's the second day of this stainless steel thing. I wasn't going to do it today, I was going to walk away, but all of your comments are like, well, you can do it, Shaler's like, you son of a bitch. Okay, but a few things that were brought up, and again, it's okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a canister weld. A couple of things. Everybody keeps saying canister. Everybody says you can't do it in there. Oxygen. And then somebody mentioned argon is heavier than oxygen, so you know, go out and buy a bunch of stainless steel powder and fill in all the voids and all that. Well, I'm not going to do that. It's kind of just an experiment anyway, and it's just, I wanted this as best I could, this pure surgical steel in whatever I end up with. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me show you what I got. I got a few things I want to clear up as far as comments go. This pile over here, guys, are the implements that are not broken or deformed, that are still functional, and I'll either sell or keep or give away or whatever those. Okay, so I'm not destroying very useful things. I'm using things like, where am I, like that, that's all bent up and twisted. I'm using things like this that are broken. I won't lie to you, the main body of my Hope steel are these long reach, I don't know what you call them, but they're like a scissor thing, and they may be useful to somebody, but they also compact together very tightly. Alright, so I'm going to use those. Those are probably the only good things I'm using. These implements down here, I don't know if I haven't done any research whether they're useful to other people or valuable, but there's a lot of good steel there. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the bodies of those guys, and then I'm going to fill in with the bodies, or the arms, or whatever you want to call them, of these guys. Alright, that's the plan. So what I'm going to do is, I got some stainless steel tubing, which is probably 300 series stainless steel. I don't want to do a huge, I do have some 2x2 square stainless steel, but that's just too much. If I had a hydraulic press, I think I could get away with it. So I'm just going to go with, on a small scale with this tubing, 6 inches or so of it, maybe a little less. I'll cut these guys up so that I can pack it in as tightly as possible in that tube, and then I'll either envelope the ends or I'll cap the ends. I think I'm going to envelope the ends actually. And then the plan is, before I close off one end, holding it vertically, blow argon in there, and hopefully the argon will settle because it's heavier than air, and displace the air, and just do that until I'm satisfied. Then envelope that up and TIG weld that together. So that's the plan. Let me get things prepared. One other thing I'm going to do is, once I have these pieces cut into whatever it is I'm going to use, I'm going to soak these in some muriatic. I hope that chemically isn't a problem, but I want to make sure there's nothing on here. Get them cleaned and etched and right down to the stainless steel. I hope that's the plan. I'll be back when I'm ready for that. These guys cut up. I got a majority of them all the same length. That should make things relatively easy, just enough to, I mean, we got a relatively tight fit inside this canister with these guys, and I can fill in with some of these smaller pieces if I need to. So right now I just want to clean all this stuff up. So I hope it's smart, or hope it's not stupid. I don't care if it's smart, but I'm going to soak this stuff in some muriatic and get it cleaned up. Some stickers on some of these, and then we'll come back. We got these guys out of the muriatic bath. They look really good, definitely clean, and etched a little. And you know, that's, in my mind, that should help me a little bit, I think. But with this channel now, here's just a dummy. So this stuff's all ready to go. Let it dry out there for a second. A couple of these screws turn black, so I'm wondering if they're made out of steel rather than. A couple of the screws that are in the ends here, I don't even know if I'm going to use those, did turn black, so they might have been made out of regular steel, I don't know. But the main pieces I want to use are there. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to close this end up and TIG weld it. Then I'll pack this thing the best I can, close up the other end, and TIG weld it. That's the plan. test that. That'll be one end of it. Hopefully, yeah, I left myself in. See how Chandler does pigging today. Self-control here. You do usually alright. Touched up right in the nozzle. Little more. Oh, my finger, God damn it. Alright, not the most impressive job, but a job nonetheless. I'd say that's airtight. Did a decent job now. I mean, my hands shake so much. If I'm not down on the table, I do a crappy job. But anyway, that is airtight for sure. Alright, now let's pack it. What I'm going to do, because I'm trying to cover all bases, even before I pack the thing, I'm going to try to fill this thing with some argon. So. Don't arc. Damn it. I might have to arc in there in order to get air out here. So I'm not hearing any air. Let me turn up my post flow to 10 seconds. That should give me some air. Wonder why it's not flowing. It should just float. I should have. This is the bullshit of life. There we go. Alright. So it needed that arc in order to flow in there. So at this point we should have 10 seconds full of argon. I imagine there's not much oxygen left in there. Let's go ahead and pack up these ones that I know should fit. I don't want this to change its orientation. I don't want to be breathing in and out of it, blowing the argon out. Let's see how well these guys fit. It's not too bad at all. What else we got? You fit in there. Get a punch. We haven't fun yet, children. Alright, pack that one in there. Get in there. Again, I'm trying to pack it as tightly as possible because we don't have you know, the typical powder and stuff that you fill in the air pockets. That's good. More jammed in there. That's going to help. It is what it is what it is. I don't know if it's going to work, huh? one more in there. Hands didn't shake so damn much anymore. Crazy. Well, I'll tell you, we got a nice tight fit going on here. For what it is, it's better than motorcycle chain, right? Motorcycle chain. Still see some holes there though. Get in there. Come on. Come on, go away. Everybody's done it. That's the way it's going to be. Got no dust to put in there. You just go ahead and shoot. Didn't start yet. Now it's not post-flown. There we go. %38 heavier than air. That's what they say. Argon is. That's it. That's all we're going to do. According to science, this should be pretty filled with argon. Where the H is my secret? Interesting. Now we use one of these. What happens when you do brake work with your shop tools? So we'll just crush this together a little bit. I don't want to take it out of the vise. I don't want to change its orientation. So if I can get a squeeze on it, I might have to go find my seat. Getting close though. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Kink it and roll it over, that might help a little bit. So what do you guys say? Either way, the air's going to escape. Just take it up. Hope for the best. Pick it up and hope for the best. You having fun yet, children? Hey, I was going to walk away from it. You guys are like, you can't do it. And I'm like, no, I can't. She said, yes, you can. Oh, let's try this. Actually, I got enough meat there. I don't even need to frick with the filler. I'm just going to try to melt that larger one down. Let's see what we get. Quick. 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 Come on, Chandler. One hole. Don't give me a hole. Oh, my air's escaping, you sucker. There you go. Well, it is what it is. And it ain't going to be any more than that, I guarantee you. Let's see, there's I don't know, pound, pound and a half, but make an okay knife. So there's our canister, or envelope weld, whatever you want to call it. Following your guys' suggestions, let's get this forge fired up. A couple things I did while we got the forge going is I welded myself on a little bit of a handle. Now, to me, this is a pipe bomb. That's why I'm hesitant. I mean, I know people do it. The one thing I probably should have done that I didn't do is those pieces weren't totally dry, which means there might be some water vapor in there. Hopefully they're dry enough. But if something were to open up, I want to open it that way. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit here and work my way out. I'm going to use the 4-pounder, which goes against my normal forge welding, the way I typically do it, because usually I go small hits fast just to get the stick. But in this case, I don't know what the hell's going to happen, and I want, you know, if it's sort of hydraulic press, I wouldn't even be concerned to be done, you know, and I don't have that yet. And although that's the thing I'm toying with right now is a hydraulic press. So I'm going to bring this thing up. I'm also going to wear a face shield. All right, I don't need my testicles anymore, so if something happens here, hopefully the leather will protect me. But it scares me because it's a contained vessel. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm going to find out I'm smart. Slowly, I'm just going to put it on top for a while, let everything come up. What I should do is drill like a small pilot hole, not all the way through, just a fracture point, that at least I control the fracture, and that might not be a bad idea. But again, maybe I'm just silly. But anyway, I'm sitting on top of the forge right now. It's not even it's not buried in the coals, and we're just going to bring everything up to temperature very slowly because we have a lot of steel to heat on the inside, and I have no need for that for the outside to get super hot before the inside. So let's hope nothing blows up, eh? Thing slowly gets heated up. I'm going to go ahead and try to start compressing where I can. That'll help give me an idea if this thing's going to blow up a little too. But getting things tight in there without puncturing the cavity or the capsule. Since I'm bringing it up slowly anyway, I'm going to keep doing that. Try to get everything as close together as I can so that when it comes time to forge weld, we don't have a lot of distance to travel. We'll just go ahead. The sun doesn't let you see the color. I might have to shut that door for you. Get stuff consolidated more. My big concern are the ends melting off because there's no steel in there. But if that happens, then we lose our oxygen-free environment. But I think that's a good idea what I'm doing here. Everything's starting to get moved, especially as that stuff starts to heat on the inside, and it can bend a little bit. So I'll keep doing that. I'm going to take my time on this one. If it works, if it doesn't work, I don't want it to be because I didn't take my time on this one. So I'll be back. We're picking up a little more heat now. Don't want to fracture that cavity. So please be strong. Boy, that's a lot of steel to be trying to forge weld with a freaking hammer, I tell you. Oh, Chandler, you need to get a hydraulic press. There was one in the auction, online auction, that I was actually considering, but money's a little tight. Hydraulic press right there. A couple of times. No shit splattering all over the place because of the hammer. Yeah, we got to think about that one, Jim. One more consolidation attempt. We're going to go ahead and bring this thing up to heat. What do you say? You ready, children? Here comes heat number one. Guess I don't know how hot that heat's supposed to be, but again, I'm not going to bring it up fast. We'll let her sit there. Now I'm burying it in the coals. We'll let it come up, and I'll flip it and flip it and flip it for quite a while. I've taken my time and I brought it up, slowly by slowly a little bit. and flip it and then bring it up a little bit, and then don't force it anymore. Let that heat, make sure I'm uniform all the way through. I see a freaking pinhole right there. And we'll go from there. I see a pinhole where I welded that handle on. Son of a mother, let's go. Shit. You guys on right there because we're getting close. I'm hotter in the middle than on the end where I wanted to start. I'm going to start on the middle there. At this point, I don't know for sure what color I'm going for. I got no flux there to flow to tell me what the hell's going on. And you're going to probably see the 3 or 4 quickest hits from the 4-pound hammer you've ever seen. I have my face shield on, but not down. Let's get that son of a bitch down. We're cranking this sucker up. Let's get some. Yeah, got your fingers crossed. Cross your toes while you're at it if you don't mind. Anything else long enough to cross one feet. Alright, one more flip. Come on now. 3 or 4 hits of that freaking 4-pounder, Chandler. That's all you need. Ready? Okay. Who knows what happened? I don't see a fracture in the canister, so we're going to go in for another heat. Nothing blew up. Get rid of the face shield, I think, now. That wasn't bad for a 4-pounder. He was slamming it. Alright, I'm going to bring her up again. We'll come back. Get a side shot on this one now. The impact, the jarring, the shaking, the oblique lances of the freaking hammer over a press. That's just horrible. Here we go. Ready? You can do it. I don't know, children. Seems to be what we tore. Alright, so we are now exposed to the air. So whatever we got, we got. We're going to go in one more time. Let's see what happens. We're exposed to the air. So what does that mean, Chandler? It means you can't go too hot or the shit will turn into sugar. What somebody called sugar, actually crystallized. Oh shoot. But even just a spot of it, we're still recording, even just a spot of it for the welding. Give me hope. Alright. We'll just go one more time down through there with a 3-pounder. And I see nothing. We're exposed to air, so I'm not going to go any farther than that. Oh, this would be horrible if it was a fire, but I don't see anything stuck in there. You got dirty, rotten little bitch. I'll be back. Peel this best we can with what we got here. And then you can see the pieces. I mean, I don't think there's going to be one bit of forged welding that happened in there. Ooh-wee. Christmas, open the package. Complete fucking failure. Oops, sorry. Complete failure. Even if one piece looked like it tried to forge weld, I'd be happy. All I see are a bunch of little pieces in there. I don't see anything stuck anywhere. Not even trying to stick. Like they were all just in there for a tight little. Nothing at all. They were just in a sleeping bag, waiting for Chandler to look like an idiot again. Not one thing. Not even an attempted stick anywhere. Oh, you gotta love it. Well, I'll tell you, it was a good idea. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nah, we'll get them out. We'll get them cooled. We'll see what the hell they look like. Failure number 2, eh? There you have it. Interesting green hue on the inside of the canister and on some of these pieces. Boy, I'll tell you, it almost looks like it didn't get hot enough. Total failure, but I mean, the son of a bitch was hot. I took my time. Wait. No. Those two are together to begin with. Green hue on it all. There's the only success. We got one piece that's forge welded, where am I? To the outside of the canister. One successful piece, which proves that it can be done. I mean, I can't break it off. No, I mean, that's how strong it is. So we got one little spot of forge weld right there. So the forge weld was stronger than the steel around it. Short of that, we got nothing. So, is it possible? There it is. Yay! Chandler forge welded stainless steel. Pretty cool, huh? Well, I did actually continue this this project because I got ticked off. I might have led you into it thinking it was going to continue in this video, but I think I'm going to put it in another video. So watch the next one because I didn't give up. I did something really stupid. But for forge welding stainless steel in a canister weld with argon in Chandler's day did not happen, with the exception of this one piece. That is proof enough. Where the heck is it? I lost it. That's proof enough. It does happen. But that's it. That's all we got. One piece of forge welded steel. So anyway, I'll have 2 videos up tonight. I turn around and create. I'll give you a sneak peek. Watch. Shh. Shh. All right. There's something in here that's made from these guys over here. Okay. And something Chandler did. Turned out all right. So watch that video. If you found this video helpful, educational, maybe even if you just found it entertaining, and you want to support me, you can jump back to my channel. There's a button on the right hand side of the screen called support, and it's kind of like a tip jar. You can go ahead and leave Chandler a tip for this video, and that'll help me make some more, I guarantee. Thanks for your support, as always.